نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم وعلى آله وأصحابه وبعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي ربنا زدنا علما آمين يا رب العالمين. Welcome everyone to another session of study of fail. We have been doing our fail uh, since past few lessons, and inshallah, today we will learn about another type of file. We have been doing uh, fail, and we learned about the inside doers and maf'ul. And today, inshallah, we'll see another type of file that we can call it ism zahir, inshallah. So let's begin. Last time we did this, and inshallah, today we are going to do ism zahir. We'll learn about ism zahir. So, Anwar file, you can say there are three types according to the pronoun and nouns. We have already done and learned about the Mir Mustatir and the Mir Baris, and the third type that we are going to learn in the study of file is that it is ism zahir. So let's see now who are the doers uh, by using the nouns now, inshallah. We have already know, as you know that we learned about the Damir Mustatir. These are the inbuilt doers or the inside doers. And the Baris, that these are the doers which are you can say they are pronouns, but they are apparent or they are zahir, uh, and you already know about them, and we can see the examples, inshallah. And today we will learn about isim zahir, damir mustatir, damir baris, and isim zahir. Damir mustatir, we know that it is only used, this is the only doer which is inside huwa and hiya, the singular form of the masculine and feminine genders. And huwa and hiya, and they are the only versions that can take the outside doer. While the Veer Bares, you can see here, these are all the Veer Bares, like these endings, and inshallah we'll review them. Only Hua and Hiya have the Damir Mustatir. Here we know that here this is he wrote Kataba, he wrote, this is the chart. This is a chart for past tense. Fale Madi, Kataba, Kataba, Katabu, Katabat, كتبتا كتبنا كتبت كتبتما كتبتم كتبتي كتبتما كتبتن كتبت كتبنا. So here, just see here, as I already told you, that after this, or you can start with the Hunna form, that there is the sukoon on the third letter or the last root letter. And after that, all the sighas have sukoon on the third letter. And it is a very important rule that you should, I guess, you should have memorized it now, that this sukoon is very important when doing writing down all the sighas, all these sighas for the Fa'il Madi chart. From Hunna till Nahnu, this sukoon on the third letter or the last root letter is very important. And these are all the Damir Baris for them. Like here, this alif isnain. This is showing us that our doer is dual. And here, this wow, this vowel jama'a is showing that doer is hum. And just like that, we learn about all the doers that, but only for here, this is the harf tataris. This will not be considered as a doer. And here, you cannot see the doer as well. Here it is hidden. Here it is hidden. These two are the mir mustatir. And here they are all like here. This two is for the Anta version, but Ma is showing that this is Mim Alif Ma is for uh, dual Antuma form. So, all right, so what is Isim Zahir? We will see that how the doers can be used as the nouns, which are, and we can say that these are the outside doers. They are not ill-will doers, they are outside doers, and they will cancel the inside doers. It will take the place of the inside doers, but only in the case of huwa and hiya, and it can have more than one or both, or it can be singular, it can be dual, or it can be plural. And it will always just remember that it will always be the state of rafa. You know that file or doers are always in the state of rafa. They are marfu. So there are three types of the file. Damir mustatir, where it is the hidden or doer, and it can only be found inside Hua and Hia versions, the singular versions of the masculine and feminine genders, Hua and Hia. These are two, Damir, Mustatir. And all the other doers, like here, the alif, here, the wow, and here the ta, and this alif is ta is for the dama, and the homa, and this alif is only showing that it is the dual form. So now isim zahir, see here. Now here, look at this chart. As I mentioned to you that the outside door can only be applied to here, Hua and here version. Forget about all the other sigas because they already have their file inside them. They have their file here, like here it is wow, here it is noon with shadda, and this is called you know that this is the plural form of tunna, and here the nahnu for na, and this too is for ana. So here, only we are going to apply the outside doers or isim zahir to the hua and here version. You cannot find an outside doer for all these sigas. Remember this very important point, that you cannot find an outside doers for all the other sigar except for Hua and Hiya. So whenever you are going to look into your Quran, you are not going to find uh, the outside doer if any of this version is used. You are only going to check if for the outside doers if it is the Hua or the Hiya form. Now see here. كتب الطالب الدرس. Kataba at-talibu ad-darsa. You can also join the sentence if you want to join Kataba at-talibu ad-darsa. Or you can say Kataba at-talibu ad-darsa. All right, you know that this toy is from Huruf Shamsi, or Dal is also from Huruf Shamsi, so you can join them because this sukun will not take any action, and you are going to join them. Kataba at-talibu ad-darsa means the student wrote the lesson. The student wrote the lesson. So here you can see here the inside doer was, before putting this at-talibu, the inside doer with kataba was huwa. All right, you know that. But if we are going to put an outside doer, just like here, a talibu, then this outside doer is going to cancel the inside doer and it will take the place of the inside doer. And now a file is a talibu, a talibu. All right. So the student wrote the lesson. Kataba at-talibu ad-darsa. Notice here, this is a fa'il, file, and maf'ul now. Now, kataba ad-darsa means he wrote the lesson. He wrote the lesson. Now we are interested to know that who is the doer now. So the student is the doer now. So how we can put the doer inside it? We are going to put after the Hua version of sentence. Kataba at-talibu ad-darsa. So here now you can see this is our isim zahir and this is our file now. This Damir Mustatir is now cancelled by our outside doer, a talib. And a darsa will remain a mafool, and you know that all the mafool, they are details and they will always have a mansoob or nasab status. They are always mansoob. See here, it has a fatha here. All right, the second example, now remember one point that even if it is the Hua version, but you can use any number. You can use here any number. It can be singular, it can be dual, it can be plural, but you have to use the same genders. Or there are exceptions, and inshallah, we are going to learn them soon. Inshallah, there are exceptions to it that when the genders are different, but there are some points and there are some rules behind them. But for now, generally, the gender is going to follow the gender of the file is going to follow the gender of the fail, inshallah. So see here, this kataba at-talibu ad-darsa. Here again, see the next example for the dual form. Kataba at-talibani ad-darsa. You remember your Muslimun chart, Muslimun, Muslimani, Muslimuna. This was the Rafa state. That is why we are using this at-talibu, at-talibani, because the tanween cannot come with al. So we have to drop the tanween from here. At-talibani, ad-darsa. Kataba at-talibani ad-darsa. You can see here the students, two students wrote the lesson. Again, here you see here with the singular hua, we are using the dual form of the students and the lesson will remain a maf'ul. All right. So here you can see if we are using and outside and the singular form of the fail, we can look for an outside doer. And this will be our outside doer. Now it is going to cancel the inside doer. And what is the inside doer inside this kataba? It is the damir mustatir hua. All right. So it is now cancelled and الطالبان will take place of the ضمير مستتر تقديره هو. See the next example. كتب الطالبون الدرس. Now here, as I mentioned, that the number is not affecting or fail. It will remain the singular form of because only this outside doer will be applied to huwa and hiya version. So we are using the rafa form of الطالبون. كتب الطالبون الدرس, the students, and we do not know the number of the students. It can be more than 3, 4, 5, and so on because this is just the plural form of الطالب. The students wrote the lesson. كتب الطالب الدرس, كتب الطالبان الدرس, كتب الطالبون الدرس. So here, this huwa is taking all the outside words in the singular form, in the dual form, and in the plural form. Alhamdulillah. The same rules will be applied for the here version as well. See here, we are using the Muslimatun chart here, and why we are using the Talibatani, Talibatu, because this is a Rafa state. All right. Remember your Muslimatun chart, Muslimatun, Muslimatan, Muslimatani, and Muslimatun. So here we are using that Rafa state form of a Talibatun. Here See the first example, Kadabatit talibatu ad-darsa. As I mentioned to you that you can break the sentence into singular words, or you can just read them by joining them. And you know that we just learned about the rule of al-ittiqa sakinain when the meeting of the two sukuns happen. So you remember your here version kataba, and the here is katabat. So here, instead of putting the sukoon, we are putting the kasra. And this kasra has no grammatical rule. It is just for the flow or in the pronunciation. So instead of putting the sukoon, because two sukoons cannot meet, we are going to put the kasra on the first word. And the first word is katabat. So this ta with the sukoon will change with the kasra. So here now it will have a flow in the pronunciation. Katabatit talibatu, because you know that this is huruf al-shamsi, so we are going to join it. Katabatit talibatu darsa. So you can say katabatit talibatu ad-darsa. And ad-darsa is a maf'ul, and it is having a fatha here because this is a detail of the sentence. Now look at here. Again, the same rule. This here can take a dual form, a dual outside doer as well. And here, the inside doer here will be cancelled out. كتبت الطالبتان الدرس. The two students, the female students, wrote the lesson. All right. So here, this Damir Mustatir Takdiru here is cancelled out, and instead of this here, we the outside doer or the file is a talibatani. All right. The last example is for this katabat is the plural form of the students. Katabat talibatu ad-darsa. The students, or you can say the female students, wrote the lesson. All right. So this is how we are going to write our outside doer, and it is going to cancel the inside doer, and it will take the place of the inside doer only in the case of, remember this, only in the case of hua and here, and it can be more than singular, it can be dual, and it can be plural. There are some rules that you should remember for the outside doer, that you can say that the file can only be in the who and here version. You are not going to apply this rule to any of the other sigas like these because they already have their file with them. All right, not inside them, but with them, attached on their ends. All right, like this. Wow, this root, this mean for antum, and this na for the antuna. So these are all attached on the end of their words. They are not inside them. They are visible. They are the near baris. All right. But the only versions that we are going to see for the outside doers are the huwa and the hiya version, which have the damir mustatir. And must remember that our file that isim zahir, it must come after the fi'l. You remember this, that it must come after the fi'l when we are using the versions hua and hiya. There are few other rules when they will precede the verb. Inshallah, we will also do that, inshallah. But for now, remember this, for hua and hiya version, the fail will come after the fail. All right, the file will come after the fail. We can write down, we can write the file first, but then there are some other rules to write that those sentences, and inshallah we will also do those sentences as well. And remember that it must be, the file must be marfu in the state of rafa. Here, see the dhamma, it should be in the state of rafa. Remember it. All right. Here, this Rafa, because we remember your Muslim chart, this all we have applied here, the Muslim chart, the first line of a visible chart, and that is a marfu state. Talibu, talibani, talibuna, talibatu, talibatani, talibatu. All right. So a file should be in the state of rafa, and it should come after the fail. Also remember this, that all the files that are outside file or outside doer, they cancel out the inbuilt pronouns, and that is the hua and here versions. They will cancel it out, and the file must match the file in gender. Remember this, that the file should be in matching with the gender with the file. Uh, Here, you can see here the masculine with the masculine gender who are version, we have used the masculine gender. All right. So, you know that to have a good grip on these all concepts, you need to practice, and you need to do as much practice after listening to the lessons as you can, to have a good grip. And this you need a lots and lots of practice to memorize all these concepts and rules, and inshallah, with practice they will be very easy for you to remember. Okay, inshallah, we'll see one more thing for today. This is the confusion between the anti and hiya form. To how to recognize anti or hiya forms if the hiya form is taking a kasra, just like here. So you remember your chart of Nasara and Nasaru and this Kataba and Katabu chart. You can see here the anti version is Anta Nasarta, Anti Nasarti. So remember, I'm always reminding you about this sukoon on the last letter or the last root letter, that this sukoon is very important after the Hunna version. So you can see there that anti has a sukoon. Whatever the verb you are typing for this family one, for this Nasara chart or this Kataba chart, the default state, you are going to put a sukoon on the last root letter. And here the lam kalima is ra, and it was going to have a sukoon. Anti nasarti. And you remember this, that the hiya version has a fatha nasarat nasara. So this is a big difference between anti and hiya version. That the last root letter, the lam kalima, have has a sukoon in the anti version, and it has a fatha in the hiya version. Anti nasarti, you female have. And remember, it has no outside door. It has no outside door. Remember this, because I told you that we only have outside doors for here and Hua versions. All right. So it will not have any outside door. If you see any word that is a verb that is the anti version, you are not going to look for an outside door. All right. So here, see here, she have nasarat, she had. Remember this? Lam kalima has a fatha. Here it is wa. So now, how we are going to put an outside doer? See, Nasarat plus, we are going to put a file here, the outside doer, al muslimatu. Nasarat, al muslimatu. So you know that these two schools cannot meet. All right. So according to the rules, al iltika sakinain, we are going to drop this school, and we are going to put a kasra on the ta, and we are going to join this these two letters, fail in our outside file or the door. So it will become Nasaratil Muslimatu. Nasaratil Muslimatu. This is from this meme is from Huruf Kamri. So we are going to say Nasaratil Muslimatu. All right. So here you can see it will have a sukoon, and it will have a fatha. So this is the difference between anti and hiya versions. So you can now, as I mentioned to you, that we need lots and lots of practice to have a grip on these all concepts and rules. And inshallah, I know that you are going to memorize them. And with practice, you can do it very easily. So you can do it like you can open your Quran, your Musaf, and you can find the words, verbs which are the anti versions and here version, and you can see the differences between them. Make a list, try to do practice, and it will be easy for you, inshallah. So this is it for now, inshallah. We'll continue this topic of Ism Zahir or outside doers, and we'll also see some examples from Quran in the next section, inshallah. So I'll see you all in the next session. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. بارك الله فيكم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.